Hey, in today's video, I'm going to get top pro bass player Toby Newcomb to learn a song he's never heard before in a style that he's unfamiliar with. Let's see him in action. Let's crack on with the video. Hey guys, James here from eBass Guitar and welcome to another episode of Toby and James Chat Bass. This is where we share the secrets from real gigs. And one of the things you need to do on gigs time and time again is learn new songs very, very quickly. So I'm going to put Toby on the spot today to learn a song in front of you that he's never ever heard before. At this moment in time, he just knows the title and it's in the style he's unfamiliar with. So what he's going to learn today is that Northern Soul classic, The Night by Frankie Valli. So how this is going to work is I'm going to get Toby to listen to the track right now and I'm going to get him to write out a bass chart. And the great thing is that you can download that bass chart. I'm going to scan it after this video and I'm going to put a link in the description below so that you can learn Toby's workings and his methods of learning songs really, really fast. So make sure you check out the link which is in the description below. So Toby, you've got your paper and pen ready. What are you looking out for on the very first time?
On the very first time, it's going to be all about structure, James. So I'm going to be checking out the verses, the choruses, where they come in. I'm also going to be looking out for if there are any weird parts in the song, if there's an extra bar somewhere, or if it takes away a bar somewhere else. I want to get the key signature, but I'm not particularly bothered about any of the chords just yet. I'm going to get that in the second playthrough.
Brilliant. Should we crack on with it?
Yes.
Remember guys, he's never heard this before, so this is literally the very first time.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, I've heard it before. I've heard it before on the radio. I've never ever played it. And yeah, that was tough.
So what are your biggest learnings from the first listen through?
So on my first listen through, I've got the sections now. It didn't really seem to be much of a verse chorus song, so I've just called it A section, B section and C section. And then towards the end, you see I managed to get the chords for the C section and got the chords there for the A section. But to be honest, I still have quite a lot to do with this song. It's very Motown. It's got a real Motown style bass line. So I suppose that's just an excuse to play like James Jamerson, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. The Northern Soul movement was very, very heavily influenced by the Motown movement. But also one of the things they did was they often just sped the music up as well.
I see, yeah, I can hear that actually. Yeah, it just sounds like a fast Motown track. Yeah, for sure. All right, it's got a very distinctive pattern, doesn't it? Bass pattern at the beginning. Yeah, I'm going to attempt to get that bit in.
So we're going to go for the second listen now, Toby. What are you listening out for now?
Okay, there's two main things. The first main thing is just getting the chords for the A section, the B section and the C section, how many times I do each one. The second thing is I want to get that rhythm for the A section. I'm going to give it a go. Yeah, we'll see if I can get it in this listen.
Brilliant.
All right, let's do it. That's a tough one, James. Do you know what? I'm actually going to stop it there. I'm just going to get this first groove. So I know what the chords are because I already worked that out in the last play. I'm going to write it out quite wide and I'm going to attempt to do some sort of rhythm over the top. A lot of the times with these charts, I write them just so I can understand them. There's a lot of the times where people might look at these charts and just be like, I have no idea what he's doing here, because I've developed my own shorthands for quite a few things over the years. But I do encourage people to do that. I encourage my students to do that, to write whatever they need themselves to get remembering which parts of the song they're at. Okay, that was really cool. So I've realised now that bass part is actually only a 2-bar phrase and it repeats. So that's quite good. All right, I think I can blag that. Right, now I'm going to play it again. I'll go all the way through and just get all the chords. Oh. Right, that was my second playthrough.
So you're on a second playthrough now. How many more playthroughs do you feel you're going to need before you're at a point to be able to perform it?
I don't need a complete playthrough, but I couldn't get the chords of the B section. I've kind of got them. I know it's like an 8-bar thing, and it ends on a C. And there were just a couple of chords I just couldn't hear over the backing track because just couldn't work them out. So what I'm going to do is actually just take it back to the B section and just work out what's going on there. Then I should be able to do a blaggable playthrough.
Perfectly normal to actually have to zone in on sections. Sometimes certain things are really hard to hear until you've got that first chord down. So it's totally normal just to have to really take certain bits apart.
Of what you say.
There we go.
So he paints a pretty picture, and it tells you that he needs you.
Ah, yeah. Right, okay. Yeah.
So Toby, you've done 2 full listens now and you've zoned in on a couple of sections to get the detail down. Do you feel ready to have a playthrough?
No.
You don't feel ready?
No, this is like a hard song. I reckon I can blag it.
You're going to blag it? Okay.
Yeah.
So Toby's going to do what's called blagging. This just means he's right on the edge now. So we're going to see what a top pro does under pressure live on camera.
So one of the things actually I'll show you that I've done is I've just put Motown in the B section because there's a lot going on. So I'm just going to pretend it's kind of Motown and just do Motown stuff. But I have no idea what notes I'm using and things like that. I suppose that's what goes to show when it's important to know genres of music and to be able to kind of blag that. And then you can apply that to these songs that you don't really know. I think I'm going to go home and learn this song properly.
Indeed. Well, we'll do a full lesson on this on the eBass Guitar YouTube channel over the next couple of months, so do look out for that. Anyway, if you want to grab Toby's handwritten chart that he did as we were going through this video, we're going to scan this and we'll put it in the description below so you can download it. And this will give you a really valuable insight into his working progress. This will give you a really valuable insight into his thought process when he's learning songs really, really fast like this. So that's the end of another episode of Toby and James Chat Bass. I just want to say a massive thank you to bass coach Toby Newcombe for coming in, throwing himself under the bus and learning something super, super hard. But it's great to see the inner workings of a top pro like Toby.
Thank you, James. That was good fun.
So guys, just one quick thing before you go. If you'd like to learn bass with Toby Newcombe and a host of other amazing bass coaches, please head over to ebassguitar.com, check out the Bass Lab Plus. Full step-by-step program in there designed for playing your very first note up to playing top professional bass lines just like the one you've just heard there. So make sure you check out the Bass Lab Plus. What I'm going to do is going to put a link in the description below where you can find out more. Cheers, I'm James from ebassguitar.com and thank you to Toby.
Thank you very much, James.
We'll catch you next time.